Last week in my excitement, I could not wait to unbox this Firefly guitar. So today, let's go ahead and review it. It's the FFTL in Surf Green. Welcome back, I'm Tony, and yeah, Surf Green is a color that Firefly had not done on their Telecaster-style guitars before, and I'm really stoked that they did. I'm a big fan of Surf Green. I live at the beach. One of my accent walls downstairs is Surf Green, so yeah, I've been waiting for this for a while from them, and I know a lot of other people were too, because as soon as it went up, it sold out like that. So I can't guarantee it'll be back, but just wait, I'm sure they'll bring them back. It's a guitar with a really beautiful neck. It's got that roasted flame maple all the way up to the headstock. I mean, everything, let me show you that. All the way up to the headstock. It looks really, really good. Locking tuners on it. And well, let me just read from their website. The listing is not there anymore, but I have it. The new FFTL electric guitars, mahogany wood guitar body and roasted flame maple neck. Rosewood fretboard, has a compound radius, it's 9.5 to 14. Korea high quality bridges. Yeah, like on that rosewood telly that I got, it has a Wilkinson bridge on there, which I'm not a big fan of their tremolo bridges, but their telly bridges are pretty nice. Got stainless steel ball end frets and locking tuners, customized Alnico 5 pickups, and a bone nut. And $199.91, 200 bucks for this. I'm telling you, they make some really good quality guitars. And one thing that I've discovered with Firefly, because I've been buying Fireflies for about a year and a half, 2 years now, is that they have improved like almost every batch. I'll say almost. Sometimes there's a little backslide and you're like, QC on that's not all that great. That's because they don't own their factory. Basically, they have all their stuff manufactured by different factories. I think maybe even different factories from batch to batch, but they have their specs and that's what the factory does. It's probably one of the ways that they keep their costs down is that they're not running a factory. So they just get their specs to a company and have them do it. I also noticed that the back here, look at this. I'll get a picture of it up close here. I've actually got the color-coded strings in here. I don't know that they're authentic, but you know, hey, listen, they're pretty decent. I didn't change the strings because I want you to hear it as I got it. Now I have an authentic Telecaster, and one of the things I don't like is it doesn't have these nice cutouts here, and also it doesn't have an armrest on it. Now, the carving on this one, or the sanding on it, is not exactly perfect, but again, 200 bucks, I'm really not all that worried about it. So yeah, you've got the belly cut there. You've also got a nice cut right here, so you can get all the way in there with your hand. You can get way up to those high frets. And then it also, this is kind of a nice touch right here. I noticed that they did this on their Strats, where this is angled, this part right here, the heel is. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna give you as much access as possible. So my made in Mexico Fender Telecaster is not nearly as comfortable as this. This actually plays better than that. I don't know if, you know, I'm going to say that the guitar is better, but this one plays better right out of the box. The neck on this is a nice, more of a shallow profile than the, it's kind of a modern C, whereas the neck on my Telecaster is like a baseball bat, to be expected. Also, it's not finished back here, which I like that. I like the neck to just be, you know, I like it to be nice and smooth. Now, on some of the previous Fireflies, the headstock didn't look anything like a Telecaster. This isn't exactly like a Telecaster, but it's similar. It's very similar. All right, let me go ahead and show you how it sounds. All right, we're plugged into the Angle Fireball 25. Wanted to get as clean of a sound and then go with some distortion as we could. And I'm using a Shure SM57 microphone. Let's just run through the switch real quick here. So, of course, that's just the bridge pickup. Now you got both pickups. And then you've just got this pickup. This does not have push or pull on the pots here or anything like that. And you know, generally I run them both just all the way up, right? Okay. Now to me, that's the setting right there that sounds the most like a Telecaster. You know what I mean? It's just got that twanginess to it. Yeah, so, you know, it sounds really good for that type of Tom Petty sound. Might even actually put a little bit of overdrive on that, but yeah, it sounds really good. But let's go ahead and throw some distortion. Let's go to the, to the Overdrive channel. So all the way up right there. All right, well, let's take it a little bit more extreme. Tom Morello plays Telecaster, so we get that sound. All right, let's take this back up here. I gotta say, the tuners on this have actually been really good. A lot of times I just replaced them right off the bat, you know, but so far so good with these things. They seem to be pretty accurate, and the locking mechanisms really work with them. Let's put this in the middle for this one. Well, you get the point. I'm not always perfect in everything that I play. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. This guitar it's really nice looking. It's easy to play. It's very comfortable. As far as setup goes on this thing, the only thing I did is adjust the truss rod just a little bit, and I lowered the saddles just a little bit on the bridge there. But other than that, it's playing great. I'm really liking it. If I could suggest a change to Firefly, please stop using these and get a much better quality for that. And the, well, I'm not saying this is bad, but the strap buttons on this are a little larger than normal. So you're gonna have to stretch your straps over that. And if you have strap locks like the Rock Lock, I haven't tested that. I don't have one of those up here right now, do I? Well, I'll let you know in the comments or down in the description whether the Rock Locks actually worked on this. But hey, listen, I'm trying to look for something that I could complain about with this thing, other than the fact that the sanding on this stuff isn't exactly perfect on every place. I mean, you know, the guitar itself doesn't look bad, but if you're like me and you're looking at lines, you're like, that's a little bit wonky. But other than that, and there's one tiny little speck, I don't know if you can see that, little speck of black that's in the paint. Other than that, no problem. Oh, here's a place where you can see where the sanding isn't perfect. See, it kind of gets flattened out right there. Anyways, not a big deal. 200 bucks. If you start looking at roasted flame maple necks, if that's what you wanted to put on one of your guitars, you're gonna pay at least probably 200 bucks just for the neck. So yeah, still a good deal. Now, Firefly guitars are pretty much only sold on their website, which is guitarsgarden.com. I'll put a link down in the description for that. And they're sold in drops, you know, so the best thing to do is follow their social media, find out when they're doing their next drop. They always let you know at least a week in advance that they've got one coming up, what they're gonna have in the drop, or at least a general idea of what's gonna be in the drop. So you can get excited about it and be waiting at 3 o'clock in the morning Eastern time when they go up. That is usually when they go up, maybe between 3 and 6 a.m. Eastern time. And by, 11 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, the stuff that everybody wants is pretty much gone. That's not always the case, but yeah, it's the best thing to do is follow them on social media and you'll know what's coming up. There you go. That is the latest from Firefly. This is the FFTL in Surf Green. And I know they've got another drop coming up in about a week and a half. And they're even going to have a Firebird on that. I've been wanting a Firebird, so maybe I'll pick one of those up. Yep, Firefly is definitely rocking it, man. Hey, I want to thank you so much for your support here on the channel. Likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, always very important. So if you like what you see, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, there's a red subscribe button down there and a notification bell. Click both of those. You'll get notifications when I upload new videos. I also have a thanks button down below this video. It is not inexpensive to run these channels, so if you're so inclined, want to toss a couple bucks my way, great. Otherwise, I just appreciate that you're here. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Vapor Trail channel.